You ever had one of those days where just everything you touch just falls into place? And then you have one of those days where absolutely everything goes wrong? Well, I'm having the latter today. Yeah, check this out. This is the latest trying to make dinner. Yeah, that door, it ain't opening. Hey guys, well today we're going to try to fix the Panasonic microwave oven. Yesterday I went to go and use the microwave just to heat something up as you typically do, and well, this is what happened. I went and put my finger on the button here to open the door, and yeah, as you can see, nothing. This is a Panasonic Panasonic Genius Prestige microwave. I've had it quite a long time. I'm trying to think about when I bought it, but it's been a long time. It's got to be pushing maybe even 20 years. So this is not a new microwave, but it works really well. I really like it. There's really, well, nothing wrong with it other than this door problem. So I just looked up, and to replace this microwave is very close to, with tax, close to $1,000 because it's an over-the-range microwave, one of the higher-end Panasonics. So yeah, I'm going to try to avoid doing that and just simply, hopefully fix the latch on this one. So we're going to see how that goes. To actually take this off, there's actually some screws in the top cupboard here. So just go and take a look here. So there's some screws up here that hold this thing in. And as you can see, there are two on each side, right in the sides there, if you can see those. So that's going to be the first step. Now, taking those off, this does not just fall off the, this kind of secures it, but it doesn't really hold it up. There's some brackets that hold this up. And so once these screws are removed, we can then slide it out, and at least that's what my memory tells me. So we're gonna find out and just see what happens. Because step one is we have to take this off, and I guess I should mention the reason why we have to take it off is because because that's how we're going to open the door. We have to take it off and then take the perimeter shell casing off to then actually release the door mechanism and see what is going on with it. So that's going to be the process. So let's give her a go. Let's crack on. Okay, so we're gonna give this a go here. We're gonna use the drill to see if we can get these screws out here. So let's see what we can do. We'll do the other side. I'm not going to bore you with that. It's just taking out a couple of screws, so I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay, so we've got all four screws out, and I'm just going to show you these again, just to give you some idea of the size of these things. They are quite massive. You can see that kind of in relation to the, to the plug at the back there. I would say they're 3.5 inches long, I'd say, so they're kind of massive. So you really do want to do this with, with a drill if you have one, or something else because you're going to take, half an hour taking each of these out if you're doing it by hand. A little bit of an exaggeration, but yeah. Yeah, make life easy. So again, there was two. I think with some microwaves, there's just one on each side, but with this particular microwave, there are two on each side. You take that out, and it does lower the microwave, a little bit. So it's now resting on the brackets. So, and the brackets are, as I recall, on the side like this. So you can now just lift the microwave out this way, and that will allow us to take it out. Now, perhaps obvious, but yeah, unplug it first. Okay, well, we're just about ready to give this a go here, so it would be really ideal if I had somebody else here to help me today, but I don't. So I'm going to try to do this myself. So yeah, whether you're doing it with one person or two people, though, it's really a good idea to go and use something over top of your stove. The other thing that I'll mention is that if you've got a front stove like I do, and you put something on here, just really watch you don't turn the burners on accidentally. Don't ask me how I know that. Yeah, not in this job, but I have made that error in the past doing other things. So Yeah, just be careful. I mean, you could turn the breaker off, obviously, but I'm just going to remember to kind of chuck it and make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. So I'm trying to pull this off now. It's going to be pretty heavy. Okay, I got that done. Alrighty. Okay. And she's down. So that wasn't too bad. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move it over onto a kitchen table where I can work at it a little bit easier. So that'll be the next step. Okay, so we've got the microwave off, and I just thought I'd show you the bracket. So, if you're taking one of these off, it can be a little intimidating, thinking it's going to fall. But as you can see, there are these brackets on each side. They're actually what's holding it up. So you can confidently take the screws out of the top. Now, again, this is a Panasonic microwave. I don't know if this is the same for all of them. I imagine it's similar for all of them, but this is a Panasonic microwave. So you can confidently take those screws out of the top. It will drop it a little bit. Again, have a cover over your stove to mitigate disaster, but have the confidence to do it, because these brackets will hold it up, and then when you're ready you can carefully just slide it forward and out. And of course, the opposite process when you put it back in. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you that, because I know the very first time I ever took one of these out, you're thinking, oh geez, what happens if I take these screws out? But anyways, as you can see, we've got it on the kitchen table. We're now going to see what we can do to fix it. We'll find out. Okay, so we're going to give it a shot and see if we can get at this problem right down here and get this thing opened up initially, and then see if we can fix that part or get a replacement part. So that's going to be the process. Now, I believe that the way we are going to do that is we're going to start by taking this upper fan housing off right here, and there are 3 Phillips head screws to take off. There's one in the very top center, and then there's actually one on each side of the microwave here. So we're going to give that a shot. Let's do that now. Okay, let's take those screws out. So one on top here. And we've got a couple on each side. Alrighty. So that should allow us to take this front off, I'm hoping. Is there anything else holding it on? Ah, there we go. Perfect. Off it is. Boy, that's a good time to clean this stuff up now too, because it's pretty greasy. So we're going to do that at some point, assuming we fix this thing. So now what we need to do is there are a couple of Phillips screws right here that we need to take out now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece off, ideally. Now, hopefully we can do that with the door latched. It may not allow us to do that, but that's what we're going to try next here. All right, let's see what we can do here. There's a couple of screws here, again, Phillips head screws. Be sure to save all your parts. It's a good idea. Will this allow us to take this off? Bring it over the other table here a bit and see if we can get that off of there. Yeah, it would normally come, but it's latched. So it's a bit of a chicken and egg scenario here. So we're going to have to figure out how to get that unlatched. Ah, did I do it? Oh, did something. Yeah, okay. Oh, and lo and behold, there is our broken piece. There is our broken piece, or at least, oh, maybe not. It actually doesn't look broken. Well, let's pause and we'll see what's going on here. Okay, so we were able to unlatch the door, and I was able to get this off. However, to actually get the part back in, this is the part that actually is in behind this. When you push this, it actually actuates this. This will then turn, and this tab here then unlatches the door. It's an unlatch mechanism on the inside there. Now, to get this back in, what it actually looks like, there's some metal tabs There's some metal tabs inside. Hopefully we'll get a better picture of this later. That actually these go into, and they're a very soft metal. It's actually quite surprising at what thin metal they are, and it looks to me like they've just bent out of alignment, and this just fell off is what it looks like. Now, is it that simple? I don't really know, but to get it back in there, maybe you could do it, you know, through the front here, but I don't think so. I don't think it's really possible. So what we need to do is we need to take this shell off. So what I'm going to do is I've already taken a couple of the screws out, but we're going to take the screws out all around the perimeters. There's a couple on the side. There's a few on the back, right? We're just going to go and take all those off around the perimeter, take this case off, and then we should be able to see in here and actually see what's going on and put it back together again. That's the goal, that's the dream. So let's see what happens. Okay, I've had a closer look at this, and the part here, again, this part of the part here is actually what actuates the latch. So the way this thing works is that when you push the front button, this tips, and that tipping motion is actually what actuates the latch inside. It's a little hard to see here, but I'm going to try to show you. So right in here, there is the latch. So where my finger is, right here, that is the latch, and that's what opens and closes the door. And it's again actuated by this here. Now, I had thought that this was broken, that this part here was broken, but actually, as it turns out, it is not broken at all. Quite surprisingly, it's in perfect shape. These little tabs here can sometimes break off, and if that might be the case with yours, so you want to look and make sure that you've got these tabs in good shape on your device to make sure that they're good. But as it turns out, mine are fine. So this thing literally just fell off. And let me show you how it's attached to the inside here. So it is attached, it's attached inside here. You will see the two little brackets here that actually hold this thing on. And this metal is really quite easily bendable. I mean, I can bend it very easily without a lot of pressure with my fingers. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to reinstall this, and we're going to see what happens, see if she works. So best I can tell, we put... Now you have to make sure that this is in the upright position. So when it goes in, if you're doing this, it has to be in that position there. So with the tab on the upper side. And then you want to get this in here. Now, we're not going to install it in the machine, we're just trying to get it into that bracket, okay? So just trying to get it in there. Just get it in there. Okay, get in there, make sure she's in there good and tight. Make sure that when you push the front button, she seems to be working. Seems to be, okay. So now what we need to do is we need to slide it very carefully in here. So this obviously has to go in underneath the mechanism here. And then this basically just goes up and then slides back down. So let's just give that a shot. So we got it in there. Okay. Get it up on top and slide back down. And let's give her a shot. See if that works. Let's close the door. Oh, whoa. Hang on a sec. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. We'll see if this works. Look at that. So we're back in business. So yeah, I'm going to button her up and put it all back together. So hopefully this helps somebody. So maybe you don't have to spend $1,000 on a microwave, right? Maybe you can just take her apart. Now, one word of caution I should have mentioned this off the top of the video, is that microwaves are particularly dangerous because of the magnetron and the high voltage that they have inside of them. If you are going to go deep into one of these, you really do need to have some electrical knowledge and or ground things. Make sure that you're grounding out capacitors and other things that could do you a lot of harm. So you do definitely want to be careful with it. The power on the front panel though here is relatively safe. It's inside the machine, a little bit deeper where you need to be quite careful. In fact, I guess you should always be careful. But there's my cautionary note. But that said, yeah, hopefully this helps you. Okay, so I've got it back up on the rails, and now I just have to put in the 4 bolts, and it should be good to go. So I've got the first one started here, so that's really the key thing, is get one started, and then just put the rest of them in and button them up, and yeah, it's pretty simple. I don't think I need to film that, and we'll give her a shot. Okay, so there we have it. It's all back installed, and here's the magic moment. So see what we did here to fix it. So, ta-da! Look at that. Yeah, so hopefully this little short video helps somebody and gives you the confidence to give her a go. You know, sometimes you can save a little bit of money. Like I mentioned, to go and replace this one. I think it was $899 Canadian, and you had your tax on that and yada yada. You know, it's well over $1,000. So, anyways, hopefully this helps somebody, and hope everybody's having a great day. Bye for now.